What is up, you fucking gooners? You ready for Spawn's Universe, issue number 1? Let's go. Cagliostro's just chilling, you know. He's thinking about his plan and now he has to execute it now. Then these bunch of fucking assholes come out and they're like, hey, we're sick of you causing problems. So they want to fuck up Cog. And Cog's like, what? You mad because of the scar I gave you? And he has this knife in his hand. This bald hitman looking motherfucker tells Cog that some of us still have to walk among the humans. Now if you're smart, you'd move away from your cat. And Cog's like, nope, I won't. And then the cat fucking leaps at the dude and is like, "Aah!" and starts attacking him. And the dude fucking blows its brains out. You see, these motherfuckers are the new guys in town. And they're taking out all of the old guard, Cog included. So, they find his last sliver of medicine that he hid inside of his cat, and they tell him that he's made a big mistake. After they beat his ass, they throw him off a ledge and tell him to get the plane because they want to get more answers from Cog. And for weeks, Spawn has been taking out anyone associated with heaven and hell, whether they're disguised as humans or not. Spawn's doing this because if he doesn't, they'll destroy everything, women and children included. Heaven and hell don't discriminate. Then after absolutely beating these guys' motherfucking asses, Spawn holds them above a rooftop with his chain saying, what did you want with that woman? Why was she important to you? And they lie at first saying that they were just gonna have fun with her, but then he's like, don't lie to me. So they admit that they were looking for papers and that's all. Spawn says he believes them and he drops them off of the fucking rooftops anyway. Then we move on to Spawn and Mark Rosen in their hideout, and Spawn's like, if these readouts are accurate, then that means that these earthquakes are intentional. You see, heaven and hell will try anything to hide their presence. And Mark Rosen has also noticed that there's a really high energy reading, almost like that of a nuclear plant somewhere near the island, and Spawn's like, that means I have to go back. And Mark Rosen's like, what? You barely even came out alive last time. What do you expect to happen this time? Your strength isn't even close to normal. And Spawn knows that Mark is right. So he grabs Cygor to help him. Half a world away, this angel talks about Spawn and how he's learned how to tear into the time hole, and they could have never seen this coming. And he hates when things don't go according to plan. His biggest fear right now is that if things keep going the way that they're going, then all of his soldiers, all of his angels will turn to the same path that Lucifer did. Then he asks about Cagliostro and what happened to him, and then his assistant tells him that they have him on Omega Island. And back on Omega Island, Spawn is going absolutely fucking ham with Cygor, using him as like a meat shield, blocking all of these bullets, and he's fucking just tearing soldiers apart. Then, out of nowhere, Spawn is suddenly paralyzed by this dude with some blue fucking magic. The man tells Spawn that he owns this island and he controls its powers as he freezes Cygor as well. He says that he should thank Spawn for killing Omega Spawn because now he's left Hell's throne empty, and that means that whoever takes it can control Hell and can control heaven and earth at the same time, because it's just that big of a fucking army, I guess. And then he's like, but in order to do that, I need to actually unlock the dead zone, so can you do that for me? And Spawn's like, I'm not. And the guy's like, perhaps. You just need the right coaxing. So the guy essentially mind controls Cygor, and then Cygor lifts Spawn up and pulls a Bane on his ass and literally like snaps his body in half. It's pretty insane. Then we get a reveal that this zombie Joker looking motherfucker's name is Jericho. And this dude asks him if his team has come to a decision yet. And they pretty much are going to follow this guy because they didn't think anyone would be able to beat Omega Spawn. They just need to unlock the dead zones. Then he asks about the gunslinger Spawn. What does he know? And Jericho admits to not knowing anything. They assume that he's here because of Cagliostro, but they're not sure yet. Spawn tries to get up a little, but Jericho stabs him with like a green necroplasmic stick, and he's like, yeah, you think you're the only one who knows how to control necroplasm? Well, we invented it before the first Hell Spawn ever walked. So yeah, they essentially have like Spawn's kryptonite right now, and Spawn notices that Gunslinger Spawn and Cagliostro are held hostage as well. After locking Spawn up, this guy actually like tases Cygor, and Spawn's like, leave him, you bastard, and the guy's like, my name is Disruptor. So yeah, we can finally call him by his name now. The metal looking robot guy is called Disruptor. And unlike Spawn, Cygor's bones will actually break, so he should be careful about what he's doing. After they walk away, Spawn's like, dude, why are you here, Cog? You were supposed to be in a pit that Omega Spawn put you in. And Cog's like, yeah, I need your help. And Spawn's like, I don't trust your ass. Which he shouldn't. And for the first time ever, Al Simmons Spawn talks with Gunslinger Spawn. And Spawn asks him, well, if you fell through the hole, why'd you land here? This place can't help you get back. And Gunslinger Spawn says, I have my reasons. Cog is one of them. Because he's still here means either I didn't kill him back in my time, or I never made it back in the first place. Both answers don't sit well with me. And Spawn says, you don't know how you got here? I brought you here. And Gunslinger Spawn's like, you? And he's like, yeah, not intentionally, it just happened. I'm trying to figure it out. Then Cog's like, I have something to show both of you. Spawn doesn't want to hear his bullshit, and Cog says it's a scar, but it'll have to wait until my puzzle is finished. Then he starts screaming like a crackhead to get the guards' attention. The guards take him out and Spartan kick his ass back into the pit. And Spawn's like, yo, Gunslinger, follow my lead and we'll be all set. Gunslinger Spawn's like, bro, you got me here in the first place. I ain't following your plan, I got my own things to do. And then he starts screaming just like Cog did. But this just gets him fucking electrocuted by a cosmic amount of lightning for 10 minutes straight. So they fry his ass like a goddamn chicken wing in a fryer-later. So Spawn pretends to be knocked out, and the guards are like, alright, well, we gotta check on his ass to make sure he's not dead. And Spawn uses his fucking symbiote to impale their asses. Then both Spawn and Gunslinger quickly escape their bonds, Spawn using his hundreds of pounds of chains to smash their restraints, breaking them instantly. After that, Gunslinger Spawn steals their futuristic guns, and although he's used to his old school weapons, he knows how to handle any type of firearm, so he shoots their asses because he barely misses. Spawn wants to find Cygor, but Gunslinger knows there's not enough time, an entire army is coming, so he shoots Spawn in the chest, sending him into a shadow, teleporting him off the island, which brings them to safety. And meanwhile, Cog is having a fucking existential crisis over here, thinking about his life and who he was. And who he was a man who preyed upon the weak and exploited hellspawns because his master told him to do so. His master was Malbolgia, but Malbolgia is dead now. So, with the help of a stolen bullet and a shard from the wall, he has the two pieces he needs to complete his puzzle. You see, Cog planned on becoming a prisoner so that he could send a signal into the darkness to give him power, and that signal was Omega Spawn. But in order for all of this to happen, he needed to create darkness in live form in the present day, so that was Plague Spawn. And now, he has his last piece, which was the Omega Spawn's bullet, a piece from present day. After that, we moved to a man on a boat who crafted two pieces for his kids. One's a tiger, one's a unicorn. His kids are super happy, and then his mom's like, aight, off to bed, you little pieces of shit. His wife tells them way to get them riled up before bed. And then he tells her he loves her, he wishes he could cuddle with her, all that shit. And they hang up. Then he's thinking to himself, man, although he loves his job, he sometimes wishes he could be somewhere else. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, an emergency light goes off. Everything's going nuts. The ship is taking on water. Thomas gets to the top of the ship, but he's too late. They're already like halfway down into the whirlpool, and then they get fucking sucked down and he gets killed. The sad part is, him and his whole crew of over 200 people were just collateral damage. You see, this is actually some sort of unholy baptism that is meant to create life, not death. It's creating something dark, something new. Everyone overlooked him. Spawn, heaven, hell, but no longer. Now the world will bend a knee to him. The universe will bend a knee to him. For now, they will no longer know him as Cagliostro. Now, they will know him as Sin. So yeah, this is Cagliostro now. I'm digging the new futuristic suit they gave him. If you like futuristic tech like that, then you'll dig my comic book grandpa. As you can see in the bottom right corner, we have a man in badass futuristic steampunk armor. His name's Evan Year. He's a family man. He'll do anything to keep him safe. And that's the thing about this comic series that separates it from a lot of other mediocre ones. Each character has their own beliefs. They have their own reasons for fighting. They're not just doing it because it looks cool. But when they do it, it does look fucking cool, alright? These characters have amazing abilities, amazing tech to work with. This is a comic series with infinite possibilities. Gods from various mythologies exist within it. As you can see, we even have the devil above. Yeah, he looks a little different. It's a little horror based as well. Like the demons in here, they're scary as fuck, man. They don't fuck around. This comic doesn't fuck around. And it's funny as well. Like the cowboy character there, you know, he's a dark humor motherfucker. So it's not all doom and gloom. There is some dark humor in there. So if you click the link below and join my email list, you will get the first 4 pages of Grandpa issue number 1 for completely free. That, and you'll hear about any short films, feature films, comics, podcasts that I make in the future. Come and join us, man. You don't want to miss out on this. And that, my friends, wraps up Spawn's Universe issue number 1. Like the video if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, don't be a pussy. Like the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.